At this time, please welcome the president of Duke University, Dr. Richard Brodhead.
Well, Mike, it was thrilling to watch you and your team win in New York the other night, but we have been saving our party until you came home, and I just want to welcome you home as the winning party. Now let's think for a minute what we're celebrating here. There are a million things people can do in the world. Every one of them can be done well, and many of them can be done very well. Some of them can be done excellently well, but you have done better than any of those things. You chose something to do in your life, and here you are today, having done that better than anyone who ever attempted it in the whole of history. Think of the words. You are unexcelled. You are unsurpassed. You know, it'll be a long time until anybody has a party to say that they took a step beyond you. So you may have reached the ultimate limit of human achievement in this field. But now let me say one other thing, which is we know that although you have now won 904 games, you, Mike Krzyzewski, have not won a single game of these games. You only won these games because your teams won these games, but they only won these games because you helped them find how to live up to their potential. How to find the desire, how to find the will to work, the will to excel, and then how to add up to something together that they couldn't add up to by themselves. My Duke University is so proud of you and so happy to celebrate this day with you. But I just want to say, on behalf of Duke University, I thank you for being what you really are, not just the winningest coach in history, but a great teacher at a great university. Welcome home. And now it's my honor to introduce John Swofford, who's the head of the ACC. John.
Thank you very much, President Brodhead. I want to start with a bit of trivia that you probably don't want to know or need to know. And I want to share it with you anyway. And this is not personal about me. It's personal about Mike Krzyzewski. In March of 1980, within about a 10-day period, Mike Krzyzewski, Tim Valvano, and myself took our respective positions at respective schools in the Atlantic Coast Conference. And the only reason I tell you that is that looking back on that now, and the hiring that was done by my friend Tom Butters, who I learned so much from. I'm so proud to have been associated with him, and I learned a great deal from him through the years. But the fact that I had the privilege of being hired at approximately the same time that Mike Krzyzewski was hired gave me, in a sense, the opportunity through a front row seat through all these years in the Atlantic Coast Conference, to watch his evolution and to watch him become not only the winningest basketball coach in college basketball history, but to watch him become one of the great leaders in not only intercollegiate athletics, but in American sports. And one of the great leaders, in my opinion, that we have in America today. And all those wins are terrific. But Mike's legacy goes beyond wins, because he has achieved all those wins with class, with dignity, with integrity, with players that graduate. And he's done it with family. He's done it with family. He's done it with his Duke family, players, fans. He's done it with his immediate family, and whom you all see here today. And what a tribute that is to him and mine. Mike Krzyzewski knows what's important, and he's integrated what's important into his basketball teams and his basketball players. And the number of players and young people that he's impacted through the years is immeasurable. So Mike, to you and to Mickey, on behalf of the Atlantic Coast Conference, and not only that office in Greensboro, but the other great schools that you compete with and often beat. Thank you for doing it the right way. Thank you for making the Atlantic Coast Conference even better. Thank you for helping make the Atlantic Coast Conference the premier collegiate basketball conference in America. And best wishes for many, many more wins at Duke University. Now let me turn the microphone over to one of the very best and most outstanding athletic directors in the country, Dr. Kevin White.
Folks, I can just tell you I am immensely humbled to stand in front of you. This is one of the rare occasions, I think, for all of us, particularly for the entire Duke family, if not the sporting community, not only in our country, but around the world. What Coach has accomplished is absolutely mind-boggling. It really is. And he's not finished yet. Again, it's an honor and privilege to be invited to say just a few words, and I will do that in a moment. But I was also assigned a wonderful task of introducing our Director of Athletics Emeritus, John Swofford, my favorite commissioner, by the way, beat me to the punch. But I not only want to recognize Tom and his immense courage and conviction and vision for all things Duke, but more than that, I want to introduce Lynn Butters. So Tom and Lynn, please stand. wants to hear more from our coach than I do. But when I thought about tonight, I thought about just a couple of things. One, I thought about the magic that occurred on Tuesday night in Madison Square Garden on an enormous stage. Just an incredible moment, I think, for sport. It was the best feel-good moment that I think I've ever experienced as somebody that's been involved in sport my whole adult life, and I think that represents probably everybody in Cameron tonight. But I can tell you, for me, tonight's even more special. This is magical because this is about family. The Duke family is here, represented to celebrate Coach K and 900 and now 400. My very favorite president and my very favorite commissioner already beat me to the punch. But we're talking about here a leader's leader. I think everybody that knows Coach understands that. At the underpinning of everything, Mike Krzyzewski is a phenomenal leader. I don't think we have the right superlatives. We have a recovering English professor here. Maybe he can help me with some of the superlatives. We need better superlatives. But we have a leader's leader who's accomplished just an amazing, again, mind-boggling milestone. So for all of that, Coach K, Mickey, family, extended family, all the former players, heartfelt congratulations. Go Duke!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to welcome to the court Tom Valerio, the captain of Coach K's first team at the U.S. Military Academy, along with Seth Curry, Brian Kelly, and Miles Plum, and the captains of our current Duke team. They will present Coach K with the honorary game balls for Coach K's first win and his record-breaking 903rd win.
We have one more special presentation. Mickey, will you join me, please?